uh, uh, I should be like a cheermaker. I could be a cheermaker, couldn't I? Here, I had time, so I was playing a game, and then the time was gone, and I was like, it's time to go. I still don't have my lighting down yet. In the next couple of weeks, we will be relocating, as in moving. I hope. Fluffy Smiles is here. Hi, welcome to my live stream again. Good to have you back. So, yeah, hopefully we'll be relocated. It also is rainy, which made me oversleep. Last night I went to bed early because I was feeling it. And I was like, I'm probably going to get up early and I'll be able to like take all this time and wash my hair and all this kind of stuff. And that didn't happen. So my husband woke me up like 30 minutes before we were supposed to be out the door. And I was like, So I actually grabbed some of his Pantene shampoo and conditioner. And I have not done that in a long time. Hi, Joyce Jewelry. I'm assuming Jewelry is not your last name, but welcome anyhow. And then we have another name that I can't pronounce because it looks like random letters on the keyboard. But hello and welcome. So I'm glad to have you guys join. My name is Priscilla. I never introduced myself. I should introduce myself at the beginning of these things. I talk about all sorts of things about beauty and being plus size and living a happy life. That's what we talk about. So on Sundays, I like to get a little bit deeper on some things, although I've been getting a little bit deeper on some stuff on Wednesdays too. So I do this on Sundays and Wednesdays. Sorry, I'm playing with my hair. I washed it with shampoo, and I normally haven't used shampoo, and it feels like weird and soft and a little bit dry, like that artificial dry, where there's like silicone sort of stuff on it. Because I used Pantene because I was in a rush this morning. It happened. So, but yeah, chime in. That's the word, chime in. There was a word I was thinking, strange words in the English language. Slicker. That's a weird word, slicker. The word slick, that's kind of a weird word, but slicker is a weird word too. So I was thinking that when we go into this new place, we're not going to have a backyard, which means my poor rainbow girl, my doggie, she's not going to be able to go outside and chase squirrels like this. So we're going to have to find some dog parks near us. And I'm going to need to get things like a slicker. So that's where the word came into my mind. And I was like, that's a weird word. Anyway, yeah, so we just talk about fun stuff like that. I was so excited to look at my feed on YouTube and see Tati Westbrook is back. Do you guys watch her? Or did you guys watch her back in the day when she was active? She was the one that I watched. It was funny because I was looking through like the list of people that I watch. I don't really watch anyone with more than, I don't watch anybody over 100,000K. 100,000K, yeah, is that it? 100,000K would be K, 1,000 would be K, right? That was redundant. Over 100,000 subscribers, over 100K subscribers. I don't, I find that I watch a lot of little YouTube's little YouTube channels. So, but Tati was the one that I watched that was like big. And then I didn't really watch, are you watching, are you going back and watching her old YouTubes, or what's the deal? I watched one from before, but the thing is she was very up on things, and I feel like everything is like a year old now because that was how long she was out of the game. And so I'm like, I don't really want to watch stuff because I feel like the beauty industry goes so quickly, but there's still some really good stuff that she talked about. Her style is different than mine, but I just like her because I feel like, and I felt like she was one of the sincere ones, which was really sad that she was the one that was pushed out. And I think that was the reason she was pushed out, because you see like some of the ones that really create the issues, not naming any names, but they're still active, even though I think they might be losing some of their followers and whatnot. But the people that like these people that cause the issues are people that like issues. Yeah, and that's the thing is like with Tati, I think she just really knew, she was really passionate about it. She knew what she was talking about. She had good relationships with people in the industry. she pretty much stayed out of the drama until I don't know if it was because she was naive. I don't know. Maybe she is pulling the wool over our eyes. Is that how the saying goes? But I'm not sure. But she seems like a sincerely nice person. Anyway, I watched her video where she just kind of was like, "Hey, I'm back, and this is what's happened," and all of that. And I think it was. I mean, it was kind of icky of a video, as she indicated as she was making it, that she felt icky kind of having to make that video, because you don't want to, she wanted to just come back in and start talking about makeup. But after being gone that long, she kind of, I think it was right. She needed to kind of give a reason of, this is why I was gone. This is what's going on. Dispelling some of the rumors. She didn't have a baby. I was hoping, but that still could come. So anyway, it was really interesting. I think there was a lot that she said without saying it. So yeah, very interesting. I really like her a lot. I think she's cool. But speaking of like the drama in the beauty community, oh my goodness, this whole, I talked about this a little bit on Wednesday, kind of, where I talked more about how the beauty industry, talking more about the companies themselves, not really in the world of influencers, but that gets into it as well. But this idea of being like social justice warriors and that sort of thing. And then that gets into this idea of like cancel culture and canceling everybody. And I think it's just a mess to believe that somehow everybody out there has to believe the same thing as you. And this is on both sides of it. You get it. And I say both sides as if there's two sides. And that's part of the problem in our thinking, whether we think, politically or socially or spiritually or whatever we think. We usually think there's us and there's them. So there's always two sides, because there's my opinion and there's everybody else that's not of my opinion. But that's not the case, because there's tons of variations. For each person in the world, there's another perspective. And so for us to think everybody has to agree with us, otherwise we have to cancel them, that is so unhealthy, so stinking unhealthy. And it translates to every part of our lives, which we're going to talk about. Because we're going to talk about today, because this is Sunday, and I like to talk about being happy at any size, because they talk about being healthy at any size, which I think is kind of a misnomer. And so I like to turn it around and talk about being happy at any size, because that's really what matters anyhow. Who cares if you're healthy if you're not happy? And a lot of healthy people are not very happy people. So I'd rather be happy than healthy. Personally speaking, I don't know. I'm drinking tea because it's cold. So by cold, I mean it's like in the 70s. But coming from the Caribbean, this is frigid. I'm cold. And even Rainbow didn't want to go outside. She's like, "No, Mom, I'm gonna sit here and curl up on the couch and shiver." My husband's like buried under the blankets. We're all big babies. I got my little blanket here, because I'm cold. So anyway, okay, so what am I wearing? These earrings are from Walmart. I talked about these a couple weeks ago. They're cute. They got these like little hooks. This is the hook that goes in your ear, so they're a little bit weird to get in because you have to hook it all the way through. And then they dangle, but they're cute. And then I got this shirt at Walmart long time ago. This is basically a Walmart outfit, the whole thing, except the shoes that I was wearing. Those I think they came from Marshall's or something like that. And then this dress, trying to show it, came from Walmart too. And it's got these let me see if I can show you. It's got this like little cutout for like the boobies, which for somebody that's my chest size are like basically does the same thing as pasties. So that's why I wore the shirt underneath, because I was going to church. So it's interesting though, the cultural thing, because some of you know my husband's from Haiti. And so the cultural differences and the understanding, in Haiti, you can show all the boobs you want, like showing boobs, no problem, because that's not considered a sexual thing in Haiti, even though they can be considered beautiful, the same as, hair or lips or eyes or anything else is considered beautiful, but they're not considered sexual, that they have to be covered, or that, it's an improper thing to show them. So if you go to church in Haiti and you show boobs, nobody really cares. But if you go to Haiti and you show thigh, that's sensual and that's inappropriate. And so it's kind of funny how cultures change. So I went in my skirt was a little high, and he's like, that's not good for church. And I'm like, last week I wore shorts, which kind of blew his mind too, because you don't do that in I'm the worship director at our church, so it would be different if I was just attending. But since I'm the worship director, he thinks I have to be a little bit more modest, and I am. But I still kind of less so than in Haiti. When I was in Haiti, I was really careful about what I wore. But here, I'm just like, hey, this is my culture. I can wear what I want in this culture, as long as it fits. But anyway, oh, my nails. I wore this nail polish from We Are Fluid. I got this in my Ipsy Glam Bab Plus. Wait, was that it? Yeah, that one was really good. Finally, they gave me a really good Glam Bag Plus. And I got this in a beige one. I put these on my nails and I really like it, but they did chip off after a couple of days. So if anybody was wondering about that, on Wednesday, I think I put this on my nails. Or was I going to put it on my nails? Anyway, I think I put it in a story, and it lasted a few days. But they're chipping pretty well because my nails are really thin, like everything else. My hair is thin. My body not so much thin, but it's all good. So yeah, that's what's up. So, oh my goodness, how have you guys been? Is it raining where you are, or is it hot? I know a lot of places are really hot. So we were really hot for a while, and then it got kind of nice in the 80s and stuff, and then now it's raining. So now I'm cold. But I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I picked up. But actually, I first wanted to show you the palettes that I've been using the last couple of 3-day sections. So I'm using a palette for 3 days. That's how I'm getting to kind of go through my collection of palettes. You can see on this shelf, this is all palettes. The other ones are books. But so not this current one. Indiana, it's hot. Yeah, I heard like in here it was like in the 90s up to 100, 2 weeks ago? It was hotter here than it was in Haiti, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, Indiana, I think we might be going to Indiana next month. I'm not sure. We'll see. I know we have to go to Arkansas, and so we might come back through Indiana because he has a cousin there that he's been wanting to see. So maybe I'll wave and say, hi, how's it going, Fluffy Smiles? How do you come up with the name Fluffy Smiles? I like that. Fluffy Smiles. I have a fluffy smile. Yeah, so this is the Alva palette from Juvia's Place. Have you guys seen this? This is super cute. It looks like this. So it's a really pretty neutral. You got a couple of bright yellows here. This is a bright yellow matte and a bright yellow shimmer. It's really not a gold. It's very much a yellow shimmer. And then the rest of these are pretty much on the kind of mauvey pinky sort of side. And then my problem is that a couple of these, this one and this one, are almost exactly the same. This one has like a pink reflect in it, but they're almost exactly the same. And that's my issue with this palette, really, is that so many of these shimmers, they're really beautiful, but they're a little redundant. There's 4 of them. Besides these 2, I flipped it upside down. I'm sorry. Now they're in the opposite place. Wait, yeah, these 2. Besides these 2, there's this one and this one, I think, are also really, really close. And I just don't think you need all those. But if you really love neutrals, these might be really great. And if you like a real ethereal sort of look, I think this would be really beautiful. I got some nice looks, but I like something that's a little bit more bold and a little bit more expressive. This is the most boring of all of the not Juvia's Place, Odin's Eye palettes. So, oh, Fluffy Smiles. Okay, there we go. Hey, that's it. That's kids come up with the best inventions as far as, well, anything, but as far as language and things like that. I used the nickname Patilda, P-T-I-L-D-A, for a long time because that's what one of my nieces called me, because she couldn't say Priscilla, so she called me Patilda for a long time. So I was Patilda, and that's actually my Yahoo email address. So if anybody wants to email me on Yahoo, it's patilda@yahoo.com. That's my junk mail email. Oh, here's a life hack for you. I like life hacks. Do you guys have 2 email addresses? Because you should. Because I went into a store. I've gone into a couple stores and I've had people go, "Oh, that's a really good idea." And I was like, I thought everybody would do this. So I have a Yahoo email address. That's my junk email address. And then I have a Google Gmail. Yeah. And of course, then I have like work and school and everything else. Like, well, I don't have to work anymore because I'm not doing that work. But I have all these other email addresses as well. And then of course I have the one for my 40 plus and all that kind of stuff. So I have a bunch of emails, but the ones that I use are primarily Gmail and Yahoo. And I use Yahoo for all of the people that say, give us your email address and you can sign up for 20% off your order. And I give them the Yahoo one because I don't care if the junk mail goes there. And then if it gets lost, because otherwise you can't keep track of anything because you get so much stuff. And now I'm kind of hating, since I came back from Haiti, everybody is taking your phone number and wanting to send you text messages. That's like the new trend in marketing. Everybody wants to send, notify you through text message, which is kind of nice that it goes directly to your phone, but it is so annoying to have the same, messages from all these companies all the time. It's really irritating. I just vented. I'm sorry. But yeah, so anyway, have 2 email addresses. If you only have one, open up another one so you can use that for all your junk mail, or better yet, open up one that you can use for professional and things that you need to make sure you don't miss, and then use the other one for all the junk. Yeah. Anyway, back to our palettes. So yeah, this is really pretty, but it's not really my color story. This came in, the reason I have this one is because it came in their grab bag when they had their try us out and give us $50 and we'll give you $100 worth of product. Really nice, but not as much for me. But I do like using things that aren't for me because I like being pushed out of my comfort zone, and neutrals kind of are out of my comfort zone because I wear them and I'm like, I want something more. So that's what I do. You kind of can't tell that I have a really bright eye look today because of the way the lights are. Let me turn down my lights, and then let's see if you can. Yeah, I still can't see it too much. Let me take off my glasses. So I'm wearing yellow on the top, bright yellow, and then blue on the bottom. But that doesn't show as much. So, oh well, that's okay. In real life, it shows, and I will have pictures up so you guys will see. But that came from this palette. This looks like a silly little palette, and it is a silly little palette, and it's actually kind of tacky that it says right up here, Walmart exclusive. Oh wait, can I take that off? Yeah, that's a sticker on there that looks like it's gonna leave a sticky residue if you take it off. So it's been on there for a while too. This is from Profusion, and I love Profusion. Their 10-pan palettes are beautiful. Their bigger palettes are fantastic. I have mixed experiences with some of these other they've played around with some of these things. This has a mirror on the other side, so that's why I flipped it back. But this one came out. This one is Love You So Brunch. So this is the breakfast lunch. They have this one, and they have another one that's, I don't remember what it's called, but I have it too. And that one doesn't work as well, but this one is really nice. Have you guys used Profusion? What's your experience with this company? So this was supposed to be a Walmart exclusive, but I have never seen it at any of the Walmarts I've gone to. And I go to a bunch of Walmarts. I'm a big fan of Walmart. As you can see, my whole outfit is Walmart. Oh, except the glasses. The glasses are Wear Light, I think. Yeah, these are Wear Light because I got a double order because the first one didn't come. I asked them, I said, the order hasn't come. They said, oh, we'll send it to you again. And I thought they meant when it was returned back to them. Instead, they sent me a new one, and then I ended up getting both. So now I have doubles of all of these glasses. So yeah, and these were actually $2.99. Fun fact. Yeah, so that was really cheap glasses, but they're cute. They're little blue glasses, and I have 2 pairs of them. So anyway, back to the palette. I am scattered. I'm always scattered. That's the way it is with me. But this is quite a colorful palette. It has the neutrals at the top and then gets into the color down here, and I really like that. And actually, I like how it's grouped. It makes a lot of sense because you got the oranges and yellows right here and the blues and greens, and then you got the pinks. And I think that makes a lot of sense, and it helps to be able to kind of see what look you want to do. So there's the pale neutrals and then more medium neutrals. There are 2 pressed glitters here. So if you don't like that, too bad. I don't mind it at all. I like pressed glitters. In fact, I'll probably use a pressed glitter tomorrow. I don't know. So yeah, I did the yellows. And this color right here is really pretty too, you know, like duo toned. I don't know if we call it a duo chrome, really, because it seems like it's like just like a shimmer. That's one, like a gold, and then the base is like a brown. But it's really pretty, and I did that on the outside of my eye, and then I did this gold, this pale gold on the inside, and I used this for the crease-ish, and then I use this on the bottom lash line because I love that blue. That's really pretty. So this is a really great palette, $10 palette, and I think it beats some of my high-end stuff. And it absolutely really good for somebody just starting out with makeup. I think this is a really good one to start out with. So if you can find it, if you happen to have it at your Walmart, great. If you don't, you can order it on profusion.com. I think that's what it is, or Profusion something. If you just Google it, you'll find it. That's where I've gone for a lot of mine. Their customer service sucks so bad. They would be so much more successful because their stuff is really solid. For the most part, some of it they've branched out and kind of experimented, and it seems like they're changing like some of their formulas, and that seems to be hit and miss. And it's funny because it's even in the same collection, you'll get one palette that's really good and then another palette that's just really a dud. So, yeah, I don't know. But if they have no customer service, you can't contact them. I have tried. So that kind of sucks. And then their marketing just is really bad. Like they'll say exclusive at Walmart, and then it's not any of my Walmarts. And I've been to like 6 or 10 different Walmarts specifically looking for this stuff, and it's not there. I mean, I don't like travel to all these Walmarts just to look. I travel to some Walmarts sometimes to look for it, and then it's not there, and then I get discouraged, and I just say, and then I just order on the internet, the interwebs. So I went to, speaking of life hacks, I went to Ulta this week. I've been really good about not spending money. I have my subscription boxes, and I succumbed to the hype around the BoxyCharm Premium. I have not been impressed with BoxyCharm as far as their base boxes. They've given me stuff that's in no way, shape, or form appropriate for me. Like lashes. I don't do lashes. My lashes are long anyhow. I don't need to do lashes. And I don't want to wear lashes because it ruins your natural lashes, right? Anyway, so they sent me lashes, and I was like, this is going in a giveaway. So I will be doing a giveaway once I hit 5K on Instagram, and I am at almost 4,800. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. So tell all your friends they need to follow me so that I can reach 5K. And I'm almost up to 50. I'm at 45, I think, on YouTube. So we're getting there, slowly but surely. I think my success will be much more on Instagram. So anyway, we'll see how long I go with this. This is fun. This is a fun, laid back experiment for me on social media. It's not my real life. This is me for fun. But anyway, I've been pretty good other than succumbing to subscribing to the BoxyCharm Premium because I wanted to get the ABH. They have that one palette. I got the palette 3, the Norvina 3 is what I chose. And then I got their pressed powder. Those are the 2 choices. So yeah, we'll see. I think that one's going to be a pretty good box, but then I might just cancel the premium because I haven't been impressed. There's too much skincare. I don't pay for skincare because I DIY mine, and it's way cheaper and it's way better. So yeah, I can't. I mean, I know some people do like pay for skincare because it makes sense for them. They don't necessarily want to DIY it, or they have specific needs or whatever. But I think my skin is a testament that my DIY skincare does the trick. So I did a video on Instagram last week, I think, where I did like a little bare face video of me after I washed my face and whatever. So I was like, this is what it looks like. This is my skin. You know, it's flawed, but it's still not too bad for being almost 46 years old. So anyway, so yeah, I chose the Norvina palette 3 and then the powder. And then we'll see what else. Everything else is supposed to be ABH2 in that one. But then for my regular boxy base box, I chose the Ofra palette that they had in there. I have the Samantha March palette here that I bought for her release. And speaking of, so yeah, Tati, the whole like issue with Tati, right? And her scandal related to, you know, stuff that was going on. And I guess she has a few ongoing scandals because she just kind of got sucked into things. She was like the mama of the beauty community. And then all of these little children came along and messed things up. And then mama got pulled into it. I don't know. So you have the same thing with Ofra. It's funny because I was hearing people like, I'm so glad that I didn't buy this release from Ofra because I really just don't respect what they've done. And I'm like, wait, what did they do? You know, I'm thinking like, you know, they killed a child or like, you know, sacrificed baby kittens or some things, you know, I don't know. What did they do? And no, there was a picture from 2016 of Mr. Ofra. That's not his name. His wife's name is Ofra. But Mr. Ofra with a American flag behind him, wearing a MAGA hat. Oh my goodness, not MAGA. No, not that. Oh my goodness. That's the end of the world. Y'all need to get over it. Because all of the stuff you think you know about Trump is not true. It's not. I, as a person, can't stand Trump. When he was running in 2016, that was the first national election that I sat out because I couldn't do it. I was like, you've got a buffoon on one side, that's Trump, and you've got this devil herself on the other side, which was Hillary. I couldn't vote for either one of them. And I am definitely more libertarian in my standing. I am not registered for anything, but I'm definitely fall more into the libertarian where I'm just like, socially, you do you. I have my beliefs, but I'm not going to vote to try to keep you from not doing something a certain way, unless it's infringing on my own, you know, I like, for example, funding certain things. I don't want to fund your stuff that I don't agree with, but if you want to do it, you do it. You know, certain things like that, right? I don't believe in taking government funds to fund something that I don't believe in. But on the other hand, people do it with things like war and stuff like that too. So, you know, it goes all different directions with that. Did not intend to get off on that. But the Oprah thing, right? So he wore a MAGA hat. Oh my goodness. Now it's just horrible. It's terrible. Now we can't support them because they've done the unthinkable thing of actually being a Trump supporter, right? Well, maybe she wasn't. And who really cares if her husband was? Because my husband and I don't align on everything. We don't agree on every little thing. We don't agree on a lot of things. And that's totally okay. And guess what? Believe it or not, there are both Trump supporters and Biden supporters and even Hillary supporters that are actually decent people. I know that's hard for me to say because I detest Hillary Clinton. I think she's evil, but there are people who supported her who didn't see what I saw in her. And so I can't hold that against them and say they are bad people and now I have to cancel them from life because they dared to wear a I vote for Hillary sticker or whatever. Come on, people, get over it. And so then people are like, well, I just don't believe that they should be using our money that we spent on their products to support something we don't agree with. And I'm like, that happens literally all the time. Every time you go into a company, somebody is going to benefit from you spending your money there, whether it's an employee, the CEO, an investor, somebody else. They're going to take the money that you used and use it in an illicit way. There's no way of you controlling that as long as you are a consumer. We all buy stuff from China. Guess what China does? They enslave minorities. Literally, they have them in work camps, enslaved because they are ethnic minorities. But we keep buying stuff from China. Trump didn't do that, but he's Donald Trump. He is the devil himself. Anyway, so then the other thing is they use the OK symbol. I'm not going to do it now. It was interesting because I just got a message yesterday from somebody who is not Caucasian who used the brown OK symbol. And I was like, okay, great. You go. And I couldn't actually say anything. I didn't want to be like, that's the white supremacist symbol. So y'all know what happened with that, right? The white supremacist symbol. The people are like, they use a white supremacist symbol. When did this become a white supremacist symbol? I was out of the country for several years, right? I come back and suddenly the OK symbol is this white supremacist symbol. So you all know what happened. So me being the logician that I am, right? I look at everything logically. So if I don't have the answer, I'm going to look it up. And fortunately, we are now in the Google era where you can look up a lot of stuff. Now, keep in mind, Google has an agenda. They hate Trump too. So the first 2 pages of stuff you're going to see are questionable. You're not necessarily going to get the facts. You have to look into that. And that's the problem, is a lot of people are going to go on there and be like, oh, Google said XYZ. Well, Google has an agenda. Facebook has an agenda. Instagram has an agenda. YouTube has an agenda, because these are all owned by very leftist organizations and individuals. And so, yeah, you can't necessarily just be like, well, I looked it up and it said XYZ, and I found all these articles saying that Trump actually is Satan. Well, yes, that's because you looked on Google. And Google is going to give priority to the articles that say Trump is Satan. I don't like the dude, but he's not Satan and he's not a racist, okay? Anyway, but Joe Biden, he is a racist, actually. Why did I get in this? I didn't mean to get into this early in the video. Usually I save the scandals and the controversial stuff towards the end, but hey, it happens. Anyway, so yeah, there, we got the people are like, we can't have Donald Trump because he's a racist and this and that. You got Joe Biden. Joe Biden, he has been a racist his whole life. He has been like an unapologetic racist his whole life. He is in office. Racist. I mean, calm down, girl. Calm down. Anyway, so yeah, the people are saying, well, they use the OK symbol, which is supposedly a white supremacist, because it's supposed to be the W, and then this is supposed to make the P when you do it upside down. Well, first of all, do you know where that came from? The whole idea that it was a white supremacist symbol? It was by people who, I don't know if they're professional or if they're just like hobbyists, but they are trolls, right? So they've got a site. I don't remember the name of the site, but it's a site where it's like, it's kind of like, what's the other one? I can't think of what it is. Anyway, there's some ones that are like, there's some that are like conservative or that are libertarian, that have like, they kind of put out jokingly, I can't even think of the word. What's the word? It's right there on the tip of my mouth. And they're making a joke, right? They're turning something around and making something extreme, because they're like, oh yeah. Like, for example, there's the ones like, Trump slapped a baby, that sort of thing. The Babylonian Bee. Yeah, Babylonian Bee, for example, right? Okay. Anyway, so they have things like, it wasn't them that did it, but there was another group that decided they were going to make a, like scam the society, scam the American society by telling people that this actually was a white power symbol. That's what happened. In 2017, this happened. So they decided they were going to tell everybody that the OK symbol, which we've been using for decades, and it was never a white power symbol before, that it was a white power symbol. Well, then some idiot, most of the people that join these skinhead groups don't join the skinhead groups because they actually hate they actually hate Black people or minorities or whoever. They join the groups because they're stupid kids that are looking for an identity. That's the truth. And that's on both sides. People don't join extremist groups on either side, racist groups on other sides. And there are racist groups on all sides. I can't say it both sides because there's not two sides. There are racist groups on both sides. You can be not white and still be a racist. Let's stop changing the definitions of the dictionary to match what we think society should say, because language is Descriptive, not prescriptive, okay? But that's a whole nother thing, and they've stepped over. Man, I'm so surprised people are still watching me. This is supposed to be about makeup and like being fat and fabulous. Instead, I'm getting all political and stuff. But oh my goodness. So they made a joke and said, oh, this is a white power symbol. And it was complete farce. The whole thing was a joke. It was a farce. It was basically trying to convince people that, you know, all these people are racist, right? And it was a joke. It was innocent, I think, as far as I know. Well, then some of these dumb kids who were actual in white supremacist groups, but again, I think the majority of them are just stupid, because most of these kids grow up to, you know, put that stuff behind them. Not all of them, but the majority of them. The majority of people in these like skinhead groups and stuff like that, they are young. You don't get a lot of old skinheads because they grow up and say, oh, that was dumb thinking of me. Not always, but usually. In extremist groups, usually that's the case. And so, also, they just don't survive very long because they tend to get their arses whooped pretty well if they're in hate groups. I don't know. That's my theory anyhow. So yeah, anyway, they picked it up and a couple of them used it. And so people were like, see, it really is a white supremacist. So this picture of Mr. Ofra is from 2016. This symbol didn't become a white power symbol until 2017. But suddenly he's a racist because he had a MAGA hat on and he used the white power symbol. Y'all need therapy. I'm just saying. Lefties are weird. And I know there's lefties who watch this, and I appreciate you all if you can watch this and take a joke, because it's kind of a joke. But also, if you're saying the same thing about Ofra, you need to check your facts. Because Mr. Ofra, as far as I can see, is not a racist. Most people in this world are not racist. And here's the thing that bothers me. I fight against racism. Like, I live my life actively anti-racist. That's how my family raised me. That's how my parents raised me. I talked about that a little bit last week, or last Sunday, I guess. No, last Wednesday it was. We were raised to be anti-racist, and that was just the way that we were raised. And so when there's people that I know voted for Donald Trump, and you were not you, but you know, people are saying everyone who voted for Donald Trump was a racist, that pisses me off. Because these are people that I know are actively anti-racist and are actually minorities themselves. The people that I know who are the biggest supporters of Trump are not white. Did you know that? Yeah, it's really funny. One of my best friends, he's black and he's a Muslim, and he's been a lifelong Democrat. And he actually shocked me because when I came back from Haiti, and then he came over and my husband and I were talking to him. He had his MAGA hat on. I was like, dude, you've been a Democrat as long as I've known you. And he's like, man, I got to vote for the racist. And he was joking around with it too. But he was like the same thing. He's like, you know, everybody says he's racist. He's like, I wear the hat just because it's a good conversation starter. But yeah, he's like, I'm going to vote for Trump because, I mean, if you look at the guy who's actually been caring for the community that people say he's hating, it's this guy. So it was really funny. But yeah, the people that I know that are the biggest supporters of Donald Trump are not white. I'm just saying. Okay, now back to makeup. Do your research, people, because I will call you out. I've done that on a few channels. I'm like, okay, y'all, if you're going to get into this political thing, I'm going to get into this political thing because I'm watching your video and you're taking my time. So if you want to go political, let's go political. Okay, let's do that. It's been interesting. He's such a racist. Why could you like defend that racist? Well, I don't like the guy, but he's not a racist. Like, you cannot show me anything that he actually said that is racist. Joe Biden, I can show you dozens of things that he said actually on camera being recorded, and they're not even retracting them. They're like, Oh, well, yeah, he's such a funny old guy, isn't he? He's just old-fashioned. If Donald Trump had said any of that stuff, y'all would have, like, lynched him. Seriously. Because y'all know that's what the Democrats do, right? That's not a Republican thing. That's a Democrat thing. Okay, back off of politics. So I went I went to Ulta, and I got some goodies. Speaking of not being racist, this has nothing to do with that. I got these because they're awesome. I love Juvia's place. It's so funny because I was talking about this too. I'm like, don't market this to me as Black-owned business and say you got to buy it for, whatever, Juneteenth or something like that. I'm like, no, I'm going to buy it because I like the stuff. That's it. Anyway, these are freaking-tastic. They're really, really good. I think that together these make up one of the best palettes of the year. And they're not even colorful really, but they're they are, but they're not. It's funny because when I hear people talking about neutral palettes, somebody said that Norvina 3 was a mostly neutral palette with a couple pops, and I'm like, what are you looking at? But people look at reds, oranges, and yellows as neutrals. They're not. They are colorful. It's just depending on your coloring, they might look more, but other, purples can look neutral for some people, and, blues can look neutral for another person. I don't know. Not as much. Blues and greens are a little bit harder. But this is what the two look like. So this is the blush palette, and this is the bronze palette. Is that what they're actually called? The bronzed rustic palette and the blushed rose palette. That's what they're called, but I just call it the blush and the bronze. They're so pretty. So this color here is like this beautiful, I would call it like a bright red. And then this is this gorgeous mustard yellow. Absolute stunning. This is in like an orange pink color, like a duochrome. They're so gorgeous. So gorgeous. And then you've got a lot of what are actual neutrals in here. But I think together these make up one of the best palettes of the year. And fight me on it. These are fantastic. I have not used them on my eyes yet, but I have used many of Juvia's Place. Let's turn my camera a little bit so you guys can see. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Oh. These are all the minis, except I don't have the gold one yet. And then there was one collab that was before that I didn't get in on, but I got these two. So these are 14, which is a little high for a, what is this, a 6 pan? Per pan, it's a little bit high. But then at Ulta, because I was hoping these would be on sale because they had their Juneteenth sale, but these were excluded from that. Sad. And so I went to Ulta and I did my little trick. So I went online and I used I forget what it's called. Oh, here it is. It's right in front of me. Rakuten. I don't know what it is. Rakuten. So that's the add-on that I use to make all my orders online. And it gives you a certain percentage off. So it gave me 3% off. Sometimes it's 5%. Sometimes it's even as much as 10 for Ulta. I'm not sure. So I used that. So that gave me 3% back. And then I paid the 14 for these, but then they had other things that were on sale. And then they had their coupon for $3.50 off of any $15 order. So here's the trick. Take one of these, that's $14. Add this, that was $1 something on sale. So this is the Essence Shine lip gloss. I'm going to put this on because my lips feel like they need it. And this is supposed to be really good. Woo! Hello. A really good clear lip gloss. This one and the other one is the Rimmel Stay Shiny or something like that. But this is actually really nice. And it smells kind of good. Well, I don't know why I'm just not smelling it out of the tube, but I did make a little mess, so. Hey. It's got a really interesting scent. What does it smell like? Do you guys have this? I don't know. What does that smell like? But that's the Essence Shine, Shine, Shine. And now I have it. I have lots of lip glosses, but this is a really nice clear lip gloss. I really don't have any clear lip glosses. I think this might be my only one that doesn't have sparkle or color in it. So that's going to go in my, I'm going to show you guys this. This is how sophisticated and organized I am. I think it was a birthday present or Christmas present or something in this. And that's what my current lip products are in. So I just stuck that on top. When I get into the new place, I might get a little bit better organized. I would like to get, I like these little guys that I got from the dollar store. Let's move my headphones. I got these from the dollar store and they're kind of nice, but I don't like that they're angled out because if I put things, I want things to sit straight in there. So I'm going to try to find some that are straight so I can put all my lippies in there just in a row. And it's better if they have like slots, but that, you know, whatever. I'll make it work however it is. I'll make it work. But I want to get some organized stuff, but I'm waiting until we get into the new place so that I can do that. And then the other one. So anyway, I put that on one order, and because we're like within 2 miles of the Ulta, yeah, Ulta. I was thinking I was saying Ofra. The Ulta, I went and got it. I picked it up so I didn't have to pay for shipping. So basically, the lippy was free plus some. And then I got this one. I don't know which one I put together. It doesn't really matter. And I got the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in 222 turquoise, something like that. And it looks like this. I used this yesterday. And it's actually pretty nice in the waterline. So it's a little bit darker than this one that I've got from LA Girl, which is the Neon Shock. And this is not neon, but this is in Fresh. And this is a little bit lighter. So yeah, I really like it. I need to get more of these gel liners for waterline. I was going to put one in my waterline today, and I was running behind, so I did not. Such is life. Such is life. Anyway, that was my little Ulta haul. I just got the liner, the lippy, and the 2 palettes. I've been doing pretty well and spent like 25 bucks on that. So not too bad. But these are stunning, gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful. I will put them with my other, excuse me, as I disappear from you for just a second. I'll put them with my other mini palettes that I have not yet done my dedicated 3 days to. So I will finish one more day with this Profusion palette, and then I will post the pictures of the 3 looks, including the one today. And then I go on to the next one. And just to give you a little bit of a spoiler, I don't usually tell you guys what's coming next, but this is coming next. This is next in the list. It's after doing colorful stuff, I wanted to do something neutral. And I got this from Boxy. I think it was the first one that I got, and I was ticked off at them for giving me the non-colorful one. The colorful one is available to buy for 12 bucks, which is a good price, honestly. I mean, especially Natasha Denona, everybody like, oh my goodness, Natasha Denona is so good. But it is pretty decent, and the pan sizes, you know, these are a lot bigger than, or considerably bigger than their regular mini palettes. And I did drop it, so there's a couple of chunks out of this. I had to put stuff in there and put it back together. But anyway, the colorful one is available on Boxy as an add-on, but I have been rebellious because I'm like, I don't want you giving me something that I don't want, and then I got to buy the other one and pay you another $12 for that one. I still might get it. I picked up a couple of other things in their add-on sale, and then I'm like, was that a mistake? I'm trying to not buy palettes. I did buy one palette. I'm sorry. I'm trying not buy palettes, and like get other stuff that I can use. But the thing is, there's not a lot of other stuff. I have a lot of lip stuff. I mean, yeah, I got a lot of lip stuff, and I've only got this much lips. So, I mean, I apply stuff all day long, but still, I can't do that much. And then complexion products, they just seem to last for freaking ever. So pencils, that's really the thing that I want, pencils. So give me colorful pencils. And actually, I did buy a couple colorful pencils from them. So, and then the other thing was a weird looking lippy, that's silver. We'll see. We'll see if it sucks. If it sucks, then I'll be like, well, live and learn. I don't know. Anyway, so, but yeah, that was kind of cool. Okay, so we are talking about glasses. See, y'all know I wear glasses regularly on the daily, and you might notice that these are glasses I haven't been wearing lately because I had my spring glasses out, and this is the first day of summer. So welcome to summer. It's rainy and cold, where a couple weeks ago it was hot and sunny. So I have 20 pairs of glasses from my collection. Yes, that's how many glasses I actually have. I have this amount times 4 approximately. I haven't counted them exactly, but that's approximately what I have because I have a little 3-drawer like plastic thing that I keep them in, and each of the drawers holds about this much, even maybe a little bit more than this. So these ones I've got on. These are from Wear Light. They were $2.99, and I got, as I mentioned, I've got 2 pairs of them because it took a long time to get the first order, and then they sent another order to me, and then I ended up with first order also. So I got two of them. These are not in the right cases. This is an I Buy Direct case, but these are actually from Zenni. So I'm going to go through these fairly quickly. So these are from my first Zenni order I ever placed. I love these purple cat eye glasses. They're so stinking cute, colorful, beautiful for summer, and I will enjoy showing you guys some looks that I have for those. So I guess hubby has woke up from his nap that's coming in for lunch. So you'll hear some food prep time. I am a fan of purple and also green, so that's what we've got here. So these are from, were these in that same Wear Light? I think these were maybe in that same Wear Light. Let me see if they're showing anything on the side. Yeah, I think these might be from Wear Light. All of these are dirty. I feel like I need to do a really good cleaning of those. But they've got the purple on the bottom and then this like chartreuse green on the top. So stinking cute. I like these a lot. But yeah, I like purple. So in case you were uncertain about that. These are one of the few pairs that I've got anti-glare on them. Let me see if it actually works. Not really any better than the others. I'm looking at the ring light, the reflection of the ring light. It's not too bad, but so these are like a matte white or matte clear finish, and so they look white. And then they've got these pretty, just gold, I guess, arms. And yeah, I got these because I thought they would be really nice, like wedding season glasses. But then I haven't really worn them that much. But they're really cute. I think they're very nice for summer, or really any time of year. These are the most, no wait, I have another yellow brown pair that I had for spring. So these ones are more of a golden yellow or like an orange. And these came from Payne. I believe these came from Payne Glasses. Yes, they always put PG in here, their little logo. But these are like a sunflower orange sort of color. I like that they're light orange because that fits me better. Although I would love an orange this color because I'm totally into that. I have another one that's kind of along those lines, but doesn't get quite that bright. These guys I had to put in here because they're tinted and kind of sunnies. So these are my tortoise tinted with amber. These are from Zenni. And I really enjoy these a lot. They're a little bit of a cat eye, but kind of a modern classic look, modern / classic look. These ones came from Wear Light as well. And another one that I have 2 of them of. And they have a really interesting design. So you can see it's almost like a beading pattern, almost like a native beading pattern on there, but it has turquoise and yellow and white and dark and light, well, a dark blue and a turquoise red. That's the other one. And then it's got a black background on it. But yeah, these are really, really super lightweight. So those are really fun and kind of match with a lot of things. These ones I also have 2. No, I do not. Sorry, I lied. These ones I only have 1 pair from this company, and this is from, I don't know. It's from one of the companies that is a little bit more expensive, but still not expensive. But these were, oh, what is this from? Uh, they sent an email and said, hey, do you want a free pair of glasses? Oh, by the way, you're going to have to pay for shipping. I'm like, okay, that's no problem. But then they're like, well, then there's an extra charge. I was like, okay, well then, whatever. They're really cute. They've got like a mauve sort of purple on the plastic that's around here. And then this is gold. The metal part is gold. So I really like them. I just really need to clean these all really well because they're kind of pathetic. But anyway, I wasn't really excited about, I don't want to give you the wrong company because I didn't really love the company, just dealing with them. But yeah, because then when I said, well, they're a little blurry, they're like, well, because you're old. They like literally took a screenshot of my birth date and was like, well, at this age, you can't see with regular single vision glasses. I'm like, all of these are the exact same prescription, and yours is the one that I have a problem seeing through. Thanks for calling me old, by the way. All right, so these are Zenni. I adore these. Black and white, I think, is just such a timeless, fun. Oh, these are so cute every time I put them on. They don't fit my look for the day, but they're so cute. So these are really great. So H City 72 said he loves me. Oh, that's great. My husband didn't hear that apparently. So yeah, these are really fun, like cat eye, black and white goodies. Those are really super cute. I have to remember which ones I've shown you guys. These ones are a pink and purple and kind of gold tortoise that are really cute. These ones came from Pain. Yeah, these came from Pain. And again, I haven't worn these a lot, but I really like them. They're a really fun tortoise that's a little bit different than the typical tortoise. So let's see. Those ones I already showed. You can see I can't see with my glasses because I'm like... These were, I think, were in the second order that I placed at Zenni, and they are a purple tinted Elton John. Oh my goodness, aren't they the cutest stinking thing in the whole world? I love these glasses so much. These are the ones to put on if you don't really want to do eye makeup. But I still like to do eye makeup because you can easily see it like over the top. Pull them down the nose a little bit and you look. You can do this look. So cute, so cute. Because I had to get on my political rants, we may not get to the happy at any size stuff. I don't know, or I can just keep going. These ones came from I Buy Direct, and they're like rimless at the bottom. These were the ones. These ones, no, it wasn't these ones. There was some that was supposed to have a little rhinestone attached to them, and then they didn't come with it. And they're like, oh, well, here's your credit back. And I'm like, but you don't understand. I wouldn't have bought the glasses just for themselves. I wanted them specifically with a rhinestone. But anyway, but these are actually pretty cute. They're similar. I had some for the spring that were, they're not completely. They were similar, but they had green at the top, a really little light band of green. But these are really nice, like clear and simple. And, these are from also Pain, I think. I'll stab myself in the face. These are from Pain glasses, and this is a red tortoise. It's kind of that bright red. These are really pretty. They're really pretty for fall, too, but I kind of debated, and I wanted more red in my life, so I went with these. Yep, they're super cute. I really wanted to get another order from Pain because I really like them, but could not pull it off. So, excuse the microwave going. I already showed you guys these. We're back here. Here we go. So these ones are from Wearlight. Also, another pair I've got doubles of. They're stiffer and they're plastic, but they're really cute. So they're these chunky, funky sort of guys. These are also $2.99. I like these a lot, but you really have to wear them with the right thing. But yeah, these are a lot of fun. I was debating about putting these with something that's either fall or winter, but I decided to go ahead and pull them out for summer. I think they're totally okay. These ones also, I wasn't sure if I wanted to use them for winter or what, but I like that they're gray. So these are from Zenni, and they almost look like work goggles, but they have the gray instead of being all clear. And I get a lot of compliments on these ones. They're a lot of fun to work with because they are almost translucent. They are translucent, but then they just have a little bit of tint to them. So it's lunchtime over there, so you'll hear chomping from the dog. These ones also came from Zenny. So they're gray at the top, they're green in the middle, and they're blue at the bottom. And to me, that's like so beautiful and feels like the seashore. Feels like the Northeast. I feel like water and yeah. I don't know. They're just so pretty. So I really like those. I'm seeing people joining and I can't see who it is because I don't have my glasses on. So let me put glasses on so I can see who's joining so I can say hello. I'll put these ones on because these are super fun. Camouflage. All right, camouflage is with us. So these ones came from, I think these ones came from where, like, these are my first order that I wasn't so crazy about. But I did actually quite like these because they're really fun and funky. So they're glittery and pink and like so ridiculous and awesome. So that's what they look like. She's down here chomping. And then they've got this fun little like toothed side here. They don't look expensive at all because they're not, but I think they're super cute and fun to wear. I already showed you those. I think we're towards the end. I like these ones. These ones I actually have dark clip-on lenses. Nothing fancy, but I can turn these into sunglasses when I'm cruising around. One that's actually cut to the size. I have these also in red, the same shape, the same size and design in red. But I really like these in the summer. They're some of my favorite summer glasses, and these are also from Zenny. And then one more pair. This is the last pair. This is also from Zenny, and these are these white. They've gotten more and more stiff here. I should maybe put some oil or see if this, it could be that this screw is just getting like twisted in, but they're dirty also. All of these are dirty. I don't know why. I clean them usually. I like wipe them off and like rinse them underwater and then wipe them off with the, I keep the cloth in here and then I always wipe off the new one as I switch them out with the one that I had before. So, but yeah, so these are the brow line white, and these are a lot of fun too. So that's what I've decided to pull aside for summer. And so I will have a lot of fun doing that with my eye looks, and you will see lots of pictures of those and whatnot. So the last thing that we were going to touch on then is the happy at any size, and I at least want to touch on it because it's in the title and I don't want to lie to you. And I've been doing this on Sundays for a few weeks anyhow, so I wanted to continue. So this is week 7, and I think that's what we're going to talk about is the idea of cancel culture. If you don't allow yourself to be exposed to things that are difficult or things that you don't agree with, you are going to be a less happy person. I'm going to drink my tea so you can think about that. If you don't allow yourself to be confronted, you are not going to be a happy person. And the reason is we all need to have some sort of conflict in order for us to stay strong. If we constantly protect ourselves from conflict, not only will we become emotionally weak, but we also will begin to look for offense when there is none. And I will have to say this as well. People are always like, yeah, I'm getting rid of toxic people in my life this year, right? That's the New Year's resolution. I'm going to eliminate all the toxic people in my life. If you have more than 2 or 3 toxic people in your life, they are not the toxic people. If you have more than 2 or 3 toxic people in your life, you are the toxic person. Or you look for toxic people, which is a bigger problem. And let me rephrase that. If you have more than 2 or 3 people that you need to eliminate from your life, then you are the toxic person. If you are constantly looking for people to eliminate from your life, then it's not those people that are toxic. It's you that is toxic, or you that looks for toxic people, which means that the problem is still with you. Is that harsh? Maybe. Is it true? Yes. So, I mean, you're going to have a hard time convincing me otherwise. Tough love here, right? So if you want to be happy, you need to allow yourself to be around people and not just tolerate them, but actually value them. Learn to value people that have a different opinion from you. Learn to value people that have a different perspective than you. Because if you do not, you will constantly be looking for offense. You'll be constantly be looking for the toxicity. That's a hard word to say, toxicity in people. And so you're going to be constantly offended and constantly pushing people out of your lives, which is not good for you. So you need to toughen up. And I say this as the person who sometimes gets pushed out of people's lives because I say things the way that I see them. And that's just something that is in me. I don't think it will ever not be in me. It's just part of my character, part of my personality, part of what I need to do. And it's not because I'm trying to make people mad, but because I actually think that it's better to speak truth than to be afraid and timid and sit back and be all be apparently lunch is good. Be all scared of what people might say against me. And so that would be the next step, I think, or one of the next steps. And at this point, I think that you can kind of take these steps at any level, at any order. But I do think that one of the things that you are eventually going to have to come into when it comes to being happy at any size, happy at any age, happy at any income level, happy at any whatever it is that you happen to be, happy at any gender, happy at any color, happy at any, class, happy at any intellectual level, happy at any job. In order for you to be happy, no matter what life has thrown at you, one of the things that you need to be able to do is embrace people who are Trump supporters. You need to be able to embrace people who vote on the other side of the aisle or who do not embrace your own views, even if you think that those views are essential for them to be a good person. They're probably not. Just saying. So yeah, I think we need to diversify our thinking and expose ourselves to other people. So the food is smelling good, so I should probably go get some lunch because I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, that's kind of all I gotta say. You guys have been fabulous. I love the feedback. I love the banter and conversation that we get to have, and then just kind of presenting what's going on here. I'm thinking of cutting my hair into one of those wolf cuts. You guys have seen that where people pull their hair up into a top knot up here and then cut it, pull it straight up and cut it here. I'm thinking of doing that because it might give layers and stuff, because after I washed my hair with Pantene accidentally because I slept in, so I had to do something quick instead of whipping up my concoction of egg and whatnot. Which also takes longer to wash because you have to rinse it all a lot more. It's so much curlier and stuff. It also feels a little more dry. But I'm like, man, if I did that wolf cut, it would be kind of fun, and it would all just curl all the way down and be all a big hair thing. And I could fake I actually have volume and it's not super, super thin and fine. So what do you think? Wolf cut? Should we do the wolf cut on Wednesday maybe? I don't know. Maybe we can, and then I can wash it then and then see how it works. I usually only wash once a week, but I can wash it a second time. So that's all I got. I will see you in the next one. Join me on Wednesday at 8-ish. That's pretty much when I've been doing it on Wednesday. And then if we want to add in another one, we can do that. I have some other ideas, but great to have you around. Thank you so much for hanging out and hanging on. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. And X and